Good morning, tribe. Happy Friday. I am so happy to be here this morning. It is a lovely day in Sun Valley. I'm looking out my window. I don't know if you can see, but it's gorgeous. The sun is out, and I'm happy about that. And I'm really excited to share some information with you guys this morning about this kind of fad, maybe not a fad, but our society really is, addicted to this juicing. And hi, Megan. Good morning. And I just want to talk about, who should be juicing and why that's vital to some people. And I want to talk about those that should not be juicing because it actually could be detrimental. And I don't think that is talked about as much. And through my experience in the 12 years, 13 years I've been doing this, there's a lot of misconceptions around juicing. So let's talk about it. And if you have questions as we're going through this, please feel free and jump in because it is a topic that a lot of people have asked me about, especially recently. So I'm going to just put it out there right now. I do juice. I juice once in a while, and about twice a year, I will go on a 2 to 3 day juice cleanse. And I will do that because I like to reboot my system. And sometimes I just feel sluggish, especially in the spring and in the fall. I start to really feel like my system's just sluggish and not working as well as I'd like it. Okay, so there is a time where I do that. Now I'm going to point this out really quickly. Okay, I am insulin sensitive. I have a little bit moments where I'm less insulin sensitive. If you've not watched my video on YouTube on insulin sensitivity and what that means, I highly recommend you do it because I give a visual that really helps you understand that. So I have trained my body to burn fat as fuel. And most Americans, I would say quite a bit of our Americans, especially women, have not trained their bodies to be fat burning machines. They've trained them to be sugar burning machines. So we don't want to be insulin resistant. We want to be insulin sensitive. That means our body has the choice to burn fat for fuel or sugar for fuel in a nutshell. Okay, we want it to burn fat as fuel. Okay, so moving past that, let's explain what juice is. So juice is, you're going to take all of the fiber out of the juice and all the enzymes out of the juice because the enzymes are what's in the fiber strands, right? You're going to take all the pulp out in a high-powered blender, and you're going to create a liquid form of this nutrient-dense powerhouse vegetable or fruit or whatever it is that you're blending, or juicing, rather. Great, that's amazing. So there's pros to that. The pros to taking that pulp out and just getting that nutrient-dense, I'm going to turn this because the sun's coming right in on me. The pros to that is you're going to get a straight shot of nutrients delivered in a serum form into your bloodstream. Okay, so what that means is the micronutrients, the minerals, and all of those good antioxidants are going to flood your bloodstream with all of it right away, which is amazing if you are in a chronically ill situation or you have a chronic health situation where, maybe you're coming off of chemo, maybe you're battling some inflammation issues. I'm going to turn, guys, because that sun is really blinding me. So that is probably the one reason I would absolutely recommend juicing, okay? Most other situations, I would not. So the reason I do it is because, number one, I'm insulin sensitive and my body can handle it. I'm not doing it to lose weight. I'm not doing it as a crash diet. I'm doing it to inject my body with a lot of nutrients quickly because I'm feeling sluggish. I also recommend it for my husband once in a while when he travels and he's on this long travel, like a 10-day travel sprint. He comes home exhausted and full of no nutrients because he's been eating on the road and it's really hard for him. So there's situations like that I would recommend it. Most of the other situations, I would not recommend it for a regular long-term basis. Now, that doesn't mean that once in a while it's not healthy and good for you. But I do believe that unless you're in chronic health situation, that doing it in moderation and adding it to your life instead of relying on it for nutrition is the better way to go. Now, let's talk a little bit more about what happens when you remove the enzymes and the fiber from the vegetables. What happens is you take all of the good prebiotics out. And what that does is it doesn't allow your body to have proper gut health. So when you're in this massive juice cleanse, you're not getting the enzymes and you're not getting the prebiotics necessary for optimal gut health. And we know gut health is the source of everything. I mean, if your gut health isn't good, your hormones aren't good, your mood isn't good, your body's not functioning well. So gut health is imperative. That's why I talk about probiotics so much. Okay, so the alternative to that, let's talk about the alternative to juicing. So if you have bought my program, if you are on my diet detox, if you've gone through my Fit 5, any of my challenges, and you know my program, you'll know that I am big on detox. Now, detox doesn't mean you have to juice and have to pull all the fiber and enzymes out. Detox means you have to take all the crap out of your diet, take all the junk out of your trunk, figuratively and literally. And once you do that, what happens is you're in a detox phase. And then you can put good things back in to help your body clean out its liver and get your lymph nodes flushing the way that they should. Now, I want to explain this to you a little bit deeper. When you juice, you flood your bloodstream with sugar. You flood it with sugar and nutrients. Okay, so what happens is most of the time when you're getting a juice, and even make it from home, you want to pack it full of fruit to make it taste good. So most people put a bunch of greens in there, but then they put it up also a bunch of fruit in there. Well, as we've talked before about sugar, sugar is sugar is sugar is sugar. Let me repeat that. Sugar is sugar is sugar is sugar. Now, your body doesn't understand the difference between a carrot juice sugar or a beet juice sugar or a banana or a Snickers bar. It's still going to process it the same way. And we can only hold a certain amount of those carbohydrates and glucose molecules in our liver at one time. Once we have that limit reached, guess what happens? Guess what happens? It spills over into our bloodstream as triglycerides and fatty acids. And then what happens is you're negating the process of trying to lose weight or burn fat. Okay, so I would highly suggest, instead of you, if you're not insulin sensitive and you are insulin resistant and you are trying to lose body fat, I would never rely on juicing to lose weight, because as soon as you start eating real food, it's going to all come back. So it's a false sense of weight loss. I would really recommend what you do is blend. So what happens when you blend? Gosh, this light is really crazy. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Can you guys see that? Sorry. Squirrel. Okay, so back to what I was saying. If you blend instead of juice, what happens is you keep the fiber and the enzymes in the smoothie. So I preach smoothies, and I do that because it's a great way to pack a bunch of nutrients into all of those veggies, and you still get the benefits, but with the fiber and with the enzymes. So you keep your gut healthy and happy. The other thing with smoothies that's different than with juicing is when you're doing a green smoothie, you can pack it full of your arugula, kale, zucchini. I put everything in mine. But you can also put a bunch of additive superfoods in, like all of the adaptogens that I've talked about in my other videos. You can put chia seeds in it. You can throw in avocado. And the reason I always preach throwing in avocado or a fat, like even a coconut milk or chia seeds, into your smoothies is because what happens is it slows down the digestion of that smoothie, which allows your body to not have that sugar rush and that insulin dump. So can you guys see me? That is crazy. Look at that light. So the fat slows it down, but also what people don't understand is that most nutrients and vitamins have to have fat with it in conjunction with in order for it to be properly absorbed into your body. Yeah, I know. So I'm not talking about hydrogenated fats. I'm not talking about lard. I'm not talking about canola oil. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a healthy fat like a coconut oil, or a healthy fat like an olive oil, or an avocado, or walnuts, or chia seeds. Fats like that, fat from almond milk. All of those things help you absorb those nutrients. So what's missing from our juices when we juice is that ability to have the fiber, the enzymes, and that fat to help absorb that into your bloodstream better, okay? So if you're blending, that is my choice for you. And so on all of my diet detox programs, when you're going through my 5-day detox, I don't advocate juicing. I absolutely have you have a smoothie every morning that's full of vegetables, that's blended, not juiced, okay? So if you're insulin resistant, you should never be juicing. The other thing too with juicing is it's really hard to make your own juice without putting some fruit in it. So it's great if you want to do this green juice all the time that's just full of greens and no veggies, because that is definitely beneficial to some. And that's the way that I juice. I only juice with green vegetables. Once in a while, I'll do some beet, but not very often. And I'll throw in a green apple to sweeten it a little bit, but the green apple is a little bit lower in your glycemic index, which means it doesn't increase your sugar rush as much as, or insulin as much as, other fruit. So I'll throw in some of that, maybe just half an apple to sweeten it up, but most of it's all celery based, always celery based. Celery is amazing. Cucumber is my other nutrient dense base. And the reason I use those as a base is because they're so high in water content. And then I'll throw in my greens like spinach, arugula, kale, parsley is another one I use quite frequently, and then a little green apple to sweeten it up. And that's kind of the only way I juice. I'm pretty particular on the greens I put in because I don't want to add too much sugar into my juices. And again, I only do that once in a while. So most of the time I'm blending. So if you're trying to get a lot of vegetables and fruits into your diet in a healthier way that will slow down the digestion, not give you that insulin dump right away, you're going to definitely want to blend instead of juice. And all of my blend veggie smoothies, my green smoothies, the main ingredient for me is not only cucumber and zucchini and celery, but I also throw in all the time avocado because it does help get all those nutrients absorbed into your system. In fact, I was actually talking to Daphne the other day. Daphne's in here. And she was showing me her smoothie. She was taking a picture of it and showing it to me. And I said, oh, I made that whole smoothie, but I used an entire avocado. Yeah. Whole thing, whole avocado went in my smoothie. So don't be afraid of that fat. It's helpful. It's nutrient dense. It's good for you. Okay. So does anybody have any questions? I can't see any popping up right now, but I have this. Sometimes my when I'm live, I can't see everything right away, and then I see it after. Oh, look at that light. You guys see that? So if I haven't seen your questions, I'll definitely get back to you if I'm not seeing them now. So again, let's just review. If you're juicing and you're juicing for health reasons, if you're in a chronic health situation like we talked about, more power to you. If you are not insulin sensitive, I would never recommend doing it. Never. If you're trying to lose body fat, it's not the way to go. It's not the way to lose weight. So another option, if you're trying to get more nutrients into your body, is to blend, not juice. And if you need direction on that, I can post the link to my 5-day diet detox, which has all that information. It's super simple, and it's an easy way to detox your body without increasing that insulin and creating that fat storage in your body. Okay, so if you guys don't have any other questions, I guess I'll pop off. If I see any here in the thread, I'll definitely answer them right away. But I'm on my way to my last doctor's appointment for my knee surgery, so I'm hoping he'll clear me for some more activity today, so I'm excited about that. Not that you asked, but I'm pretty pumped, so I'm on my way to do that now. And I also want to let you guys know, if you don't know, I am starting my 5-day free fitness challenge on Monday. So if you have not signed up, you don't have anything to lose. Just sign up, show up for yourself, and do something good for your body this fall. Set a healthy habit, get it in motion. And while you're doing that 5-day challenge, you can also do the 5-day detox, and I guarantee you by the end, you're going to feel amazing. And also, not only feel amazing, but your body's going to shift. You're going to see changes, even in that 5 days. You really will. And that's motivating to have you keep going, which is my intention. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a beautiful Friday and a great weekend. And again, post your questions here. I'm happy to answer. And I'll pop a couple links here for you to review. And if you want to sign up for the challenge or grab my diet detox, when you sign up for the free challenge, you get a huge discount on the diet detox. So you get half off. And if you just do the diet detox, the regular price is on my website. All right, guys. Well, if you have any other questions on juicing or any other questions at all, post them. I'm here for you. Okay. Have a great weekend. Bye.